Boys, I am using something I swore I would never do. I am officially using solar affinity armor. But hang on, before you grab your pitchforks and torches, it's because I have found what I believe to be one of the best builds in the game. I'm talking about unlimited grenades, unlimited melees, unlimited heavy ammo, insane killing potential, all while being airborne without even needing to aim. But you already know the drill. If you are new, and only if you enjoy the videos, then be sure to subscribe. Also, I will be live tonight after you are seeing this video over on twitch.tv/myfi with an underscore at the end. So if you want to come out and see this build in live action, then by all means. Okay, let's get into what I like to call the attack chopper. I'm going to go over each piece of the build, then tie them all together at the end of the video just to try to, organize things up. So jumping right into it, we are first going to start by looking at the Warlock subclass Dawnblade, then at the top tree Attunement of Sky. This subclass tree was buffed with Season of Dawn, as you all may know, and I'm not going to lie, it's been real nice. I've been using it a ton. Starting us off, we have Celestial Fire, which states send out a spiral of 3 explosive solar energy blasts. But what it doesn't tell you is that these solar spirals track, and they track hard. Next is Winged Sun, which states fire weapons, send celestial fire, and throw grenades while gliding. Airborne final blows extend heat rises and grants melee energy. Icarus Dash, which states activate while mid-air to dodge twice. Very simple, but hey, it's there. Then finally, Heat Rises, which states hold your grenade ability to consume your grenade energy to extend glide time and improve in-air accuracy. Also, make sure you are using solar grenades for this subclass, as you'll find out right now. The next part of the build is going to be the exotic Gauntlets Sunbracers. The main thing we are looking at here is going to be the exotic perk Helium Spirals, which states increases the duration of solar grenades. Solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for a brief time, 5 seconds to be exact. So your solar grenades are lasting longer. That's why I told you to put them on, because we're going to be using them. Then if you get a melee, well, now you have unlimited solar grenades for 5 seconds. These exotic gauntlets are quickly becoming one of my favorite Warlock exotics of all time. Now time for the weapons, and if you're not sitting down, then I highly suggest you do as well. It's probably going to be something you didn't expect. Wardcliff Coil is going to be our main weapon. Now hold up, let me explain. The Wardcliff Coil fires a volley of tracking rockets, which is amazing if you're floating in the air while firing. It auto reloads on ammo pickup, and if you can get your hands on the catalyst, well then the tracking on those rockets gets even better. Now remember, we're always in the air. We have a tracking melee that upon kill with the exotic Gauntlet Sunbracers will give us unlimited grenades for 5 seconds, and for every few kills we get in the air, we're getting our melee back. You starting to see where I'm going with this? Okay, good, because it's about to get even better. Our next weapon is going to be the Pinnacle Fusion Rifle Loaded Question. Now, Loaded Question alone is one of, if not the best ad clear weapon in the game, thanks to its special Pinnacle perk, Reservoir Burst, which states, when the battery is full, your next burst deals additional damage and causes enemies to explode on death. Where Loaded Question really shines is when you're out of melee energy, as all it takes is gliding up into the air, then aiming down sights, which with our subclass tree will hold you in the air, then shooting into a group of ads. The first kill is going to set off a chain reaction of kills, and each one of those kills from the chain reaction is going to give back tons of melee energy as long as you're still airborne, which you should be. It's not that hard with this subclass. Now for the kinetic weapon, I recommend using anything that can take either anti-barrier or unstoppable mods, so you can still use this build inside of Nightfalls, Nightmare Hunts, that type of stuff that's going to require these mods. It's really up to you here. Now getting on to the final and most important part of the build, mods. You all know I love my mods. I love explaining mods because there are so many people out there that do not utilize mods. I see people all the time that are, 970 gear, they are maxed out. You think that they know what they're doing, and then you look at their loadout, and then you look at their mods, and, they're using like a pulse rifle, but yet they have scout rifle mods on. I don't understand it, but I love explaining mods because I feel like a lot of people actually just don't fully grasp the potential of mods. First things first, and it pains me to say this, throw on solar affinity armor. Okay, I said it. Are you happy now? For all you people getting butthurt when I say Solar Affinity armor is garbage, okay, I still think it is, but for this build, it's great. The first and most important mods are going to be armament mods. There are 3 armament mods in the game right now: Fallen, Hive, and Taken. If you're unaware of what armament mods do, well, let me fill you in. For example, Fallen armaments state that defeating a fallen enemy with a grenade grants heavy ammo. Then there is a Taken version, which is the same, but you have to defeat a Taken enemy with a grenade. And finally, Hive, which is the same, but with Hive enemies. If you want a little bit more in-depth in actually how to get these armament mods, I do have a video on it. And yes, you can get Hive and Taken armaments solo. So if you do want to check that out, link right up on the screen, whatever, it'll be up on the screen. The armament mods are the big mods with this build, as if you remember, thanks to Sunbracers, we have unlimited grenades when we kill an enemy with a melee, and as long as we're getting kills while airborne with either Loaded Question or Wardcliff, well, then we will always have our melee. So it's just unlimited heavy ammo at this point. Our next big mod is going to be from the seasonal artifact Solar Plexus. This is a super simple mod in, hindsight, but it pretty much just gives our Celestial Fire melee more damage, which will try and help us ensure we are getting those melee kills and proccing the Sunbracers perk that will eventually give us grenades, that will then eventually give us heavy ammo. To finish up the mods, we will be putting on Rocket Launcher Ammo Finder and Fusion Rifle Ammo Finder on the helmet, just to ensure that we are finding, ammo for our Rocket Launcher and for our Fusion Rifle. Fastball, because, well, whenever I throw a grenade without fastball, the thing goes about 2 feet and falls to the ground. And because this entire build is, pretty much revolving around grenades, you're going to want to be as accurate as possible. And Enhanced Rifle Loader from the seasonal artifact, which works if you're using any sort of rifle for your kinetic, and I believe it works on fusion rifles, but I could be wrong. Don't exactly quote me on that. Fusion Rifle and Rocket Launcher reserves on the chest piece, just so we can hold more Loaded Question ammo and Wardcliff Coil ammo. Fusion Rifle Scavenger and Rocket Launcher Scavenger on the boots, just so, whenever we do find ammo, we actually are getting more of it for our Loaded Question and Wardcliff. And then Blast Off on our class item for more super energy on Wardcliff Coil kills. Yes, I know the armaments alone will be giving us a majority of our heavy back, and since it goes straight back into our reserves, that means scav perks would be useless, but on the not so off chance you do find heavy ammo thanks to the Ammo Finder helmet mods, well, now you're going to be getting more of it. And also for the activities that, don't have Taken, Fallen, or Hive, well, you're still covered when it comes to heavy ammo. Now to put the whole build in a scenario and to kind of tie it all together, you start out by consuming your grenade, giving you heat rises. You then jump in the air and throw your melee that has extra damage thanks to the Solar Plexus mod, getting you a kill and activating the Sunbracers perk for unlimited grenades. You then start chucking grenades, and as long as you're killing Hive, Fallen, or Taken, you now get heavy put right back into the reserves, no need to land or pick it up. Because you were airborne while getting those grenade kills, well, now you have your melee back and extending your heat rises. You now have heavy ammo, so go ahead and call in and start letting that Wardcliff Coil bang. You have so much heavy ammo thanks to the armament mods, ammo finder mods, and scavenger mods that your Wardcliff covers you in the 3 big things that I say are needed for PvE loadouts: ad clear, single target damage, and boss damage. If you do end up running out of melee energy and heavy ammo, then switch to Loaded Question, jump in the air, and fire it into a group of ads, which will give you that melee back. Also, if you don't feel like wasting Wardcliff ammo, then Loaded Question has got you covered in single target damage because of that damage increase for the first burst. Also, if you don't feel like wasting Wardcliff ammo, then Loaded Question has got you covered in single target damage and ad clear thanks to Reservoir Burst, making enemies explode and also dealing extra damage. You then just rinse and repeat. It sounds like a very simple build when I put it like that, but I kid you not when I tell you that using this build, you will come out of any activity with the most kills out of anyone in your fire team due to the sheer killing potential. Your melee tracks, your Wardcliff tracks, and you throw grenades with pinpoint accuracy, pretty much eliminating all in-air accuracy penalty. And if that's not good enough for you, well, your subclass tree improves your in-air accuracy in case you do want to use something that isn't your melee or your grenades or your Wardcliff. This build is by far one of the most fun builds I have ever used in the game. Yeah, it may not be the most optimal in final raid boss encounters, which is the only thing that this thing actually doesn't excel in, but in just about any other situation, this build shreds. And there we go. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I beg you, to go out and give this build a go. I guarantee you will not be disappointed, and the fun factor here is off the charts. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to drop a like, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.